Hello students, a very warm welcome to one and all. I welcome you all in the video lecture presentation on plant tissue culture, and our today's lecture is on plant tissue culture laboratory, its design and some basic requirements we will see here. I am Dr. Deepak Koche, working as Professor, Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola, Maharashtra. So friends, as you all know that plant tissue culture is not a separate branch of science or branch of biology. It is an aspect to study under the heading of biotechnology broadly, okay, under plant science. So this is not a separate branch like cytology, taxonomy, genetics or molecular biology. It is an aspect to study. In general, we can say that it is a huge collection of experimentation or experimental methods of growing large number of isolated cells or tissues in controlled aseptic conditions. Okay, so what we have to we are doing here, we are taking some cells or tissues from a part of plant or desired plant and then growing on a specific nutrient media in aseptic condition or controlled condition to get the intact plant, a large number of plantlets within short period. So this is the basic procedure and objective of this particular plant tissue culture. Okay, in general, when we think about the plant tissue culture laboratory, it must have at least 3 rooms, 2 big rooms and 1 small room. One big room is for your general working purpose. Another big room is for your culture maintenance, and the smaller room, it requires for aseptic work, for keeping autoclave and transferring that particular media and inoculating the your explant into the culture media and subculturing for likewise. So you require a specific room, and that is a smaller one. Okay, so we have to understood that maintaining or cultivation or inoculation should be done under aseptic condition, otherwise it will cause damage to your experiment by certain infection of bacterial or fungal infection. Okay, another one, the isolated plant part should get the appropriate environment which will help to divide that particular cell to get its proper expression to form the specific seedling. Okay, so you have to grow those isolated cell, your explant, on a specific media so that you can get a proper response. What should be the basic facilities when you are planning for the plant tissue culture laboratory? What should be the basic facilities? It must have the washing area or washing facility. It must have the storage facility or storage room, a small room. It must have media preparation and sterilization room, because it is media is essential, again sterilization is very essential, because each and every component of that particular cell, that particular experiment must have to be sterilized. Okay, then transfer area should be there for your aseptic experimentation. Then culture room should be there where you are putting your culture for growths. Okay, then transplantation area, after you are when you get that particular sapling, after hardening you have to transfer into the field, so that transplantation area is also should be there. And all these things should be, mostly the culture maintenance room should have the controlled conditions of temperature, light and humidity. Okay, now this is a general layout of a plant tissue culture laboratory that I have taken from internet, of course. Okay, so it must have the 3 rooms that I had already told you. That this one is the second large one, and this is the smaller room that you required for the sterilization and other purposes. Okay, so after entry you are having the general laboratory where there are number of benches, where on which one can sit and perform his work. Okay, so this should be there. Then here there are few storage facilities. Here there are few sinks for the washing purposes. One sink should be, again wash up area should be here near to the aseptic room. Okay, and this is the culture room, which is airlock, and it must have the controlled condition of temperature, light, and your humidity. Okay. Now, why there should be washing area? The washing area is required because you will need to wash all your materials. Okay. Then another thing is that you need its drainage also. Also, that particular lab must have the ready access to deionized or distilled water assembly. Okay, so because most of the things it has to be done under using this deionized or the distilled water. Okay, again space should be provided after washing. Your vessels and your instruments should be soaked up, and they should be dried. Okay, for that you required again this space, and that space should be there to soak up and to dry up the instruments and all other things. Okay. Next, it requires again some instruments like hot air oven. It is necessary for drying purpose. Okay, it requires refrigerator. Okay, because there are several chemicals which we use in plant tissue culture. They are the temperature sensitive, and they have to keep it low temperature, like amino acids are there, casein hydrolysis, the yeast extract is there, so they have to keep in the lower temperature. Okay, on a temperature controlled condition. So for that you require refrigerator. Then you required distilled water plant assembly. Okay, so because you need a lot of distilled water or deionized water, so for that you require the distilled water assembly. So here is I had keeping one distilled water assembly again. Then you require the weighing balance, because each and everything, every chemical which you required for the media preparation, that you have to use weigh very precisely, and that's why you need to have the digital balance. Then you have to make the pH at specific pH. You have to prepare the chemicals and the media. For that you require the pH meter. Then you require autoclave, because you have to sterilize all your media, you have to sterilize your instruments for the experimentation, so you require the autoclave also. So here is the autoclave and its schematic diagram. It is the portable one. Again you may require the microscope. It may be simple or compound microscope or inverted binocular dissecting microscope as per your need, but you require microscope in that laboratory. Okay, then the most important thing is you require laminar airflow, because you had to inoculate your explant on the plant tissue culture media under aseptic conditions. So this is where you can inoculate it properly, because it has it provides the specific aseptic condition, because it has specific filters called as the HEPA filters, that is called as the high efficiency particulate air filters. So these filters generally remove the particles larger than 0.3 micrometer, जिसका डायमीटर होता है उससे बड़े सब माइक्रोब्स या फिर पार्टिकल्स वो फिल्टर कर सकता है. ओके, and the blowing, that is this blowing speed is around 27 plus minus 3 meter per minute. Okay, so that is very high speed for working, and that can easily remove the dust particles along with some microbes which may be present in that particular area. So keep in mind that before starting this particular laminar airflow, you need to switch on its UV light prior 10 to 15 minutes, so that whatever the contaminants or the microbes are there, they get killed by that. And then you have to swab it with the help of alcohol and cotton to remove the dust particles and other contaminant from the floor of the laminar airflow. Okay, so this is the schematic diagram of this particular laminar airflow, and here is the actual image, and I had shown you one expert is working under on the laminar airflow. Okay, now the most important thing you require, that is the culture room. And I had already told you that there should be two big rooms should be needed, one for your general purpose, general working, and another for the culture maintenance. So this is the another one, culture maintenance. You required after inoculation, you required to keep that particular those particular cultures in a specific room which is facilitated with a specific what is called as temperature, humidity, and light conditions. The control condition should be there. The temperature is always maintained around 25 degree plus minus 2 degrees centigrade. Okay, the air cooler should be there, or the AC should be there. Okay, this room is provided with specially designed cells which is known as the culture racks, or the culture to keep the culture vessels. It requires the cells. Okay, it may be a glass one or plywood one. You can say that the here is one cell. Okay, it is having there a number of cells. One rack is there with number of cells. Okay, so after inoculation, you have to keep those on this particular racks. The relative humidity of this particular room is around 50%. Okay, the small cells are placed on one on another to form a specific rack system. Okay, here I had shown you how the tissue culture racks are there, and how this your inoculated material has been kept here. Okay, if you are going for if you are going for the liquid culture or suspension culture, you will require the rotary shaker also. Okay, this rotary shaker is shown here. This rotary shaker is useful for growing the culture in liquid media, suspension culture. Okay, to get maximum results. Okay, along with that, you also need to have some hand washing facilities, because you need to wash your hands with some sterilizer or some soaps, because to remove the contaminant or the microbes from your hands. Then you need fire extinguisher. Again, you need the waste disposal area. So these are the additional facilities you may require while planning this particular plant tissue culture laboratory to establish. Okay, I think you have understood the concept of how to design, or what should be the basic design of this plant tissue culture laboratory, and basic requirement of this plant tissue culture laboratories. Okay, hope I had tried my best to explain this and to cope with this concept. So thank you very much for observing this video. If you have any queries, then you can comment on this video, and I will definitely solve your query. Thank you very much for watching this.